in the land of Egypt. Genesis 41 verses 46 through 52. Joseph was 30 years old when he entered the service of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And Joseph went out from the presence of Pharaoh and went through all the land of Egypt. During the 7 plentiful years, the earth produced abundantly. And he gathered up all the food of these 7 years which occurred in the land of Egypt, and put the food in the cities. He put in every city the food from the fields around it. And Joseph stored up grain in great abundance like the sand of the sea, until he ceased to measure it, for it could not be measured. Before the year of famine came, 2 sons were born to Joseph. Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, a priest of On, bore them to him. Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh, for he said, God has made me forget all my hardship and all my father's house. The name of the second he called Ephraim, for God has made me fruitful in the land of my affliction. Egypt changed his clothes and station, but his Hebrew heart stayed sound. Plenty was a sacred trust, not permission to consume. So wisdom filled the storehouse, while the careless fields still bloomed. Genesis 41, 53 through 57. The 7 years of plenty that occurred in the land of Egypt came to an end, and the 7 years of famine began to come. As Joseph had said, there was famine in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. When all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. Pharaoh said to all the Egyptians, go to Joseph. What he says to you, do. So when the famine had spread over all the land, Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold to the Egyptians, for the famine was severe in the land of Egypt. Moreover, all the earth came to Egypt to Joseph to buy grain, because the famine was severe over all the earth. What heaven gives in seasons full, faithful hands prepare, for blessing becomes bread when it is gathered up and shared. When the lean years crossed the border and the hungry cried once more, the man once locked in prison took the keys and opened doors. There is bread, there is bread, there is bread in the famine. God prepared it through a servant who believed what he had spoken. Store in the plenty, stand in the testing, open every door. What God places in your faithful hands can feed 1,000 more. There is bread when the fields are dry and bare. The God who made you fruitful in affliction will be there. Your famine may be a diagnosis, or heartbreak, or an empty chair. Store his word while skies are open. Build faith through daily prayer. Every gift he gives in plenty may become tomorrow's bread. Don't consume it all today. Our hungry souls must be fed. When life is unfair, you must fight the bitterness, or it will leave you in despair. Manasseh, grace can free you from the pain that ruled before. Ephraim, God can grow his fruit on an afflicted shore. From the pit to Egypt's storehouses, one faithful truth remains. God can heal the wounded servant, then use his scars to shelter nations. Give God every wound and wrong, and he'll put iron in your soul.